Hey guys, welcome back. Raw Danger here. This time we're going to be picking it back up. I'm just kidding. I wanted to talk a little bit about the patch notes. They were finally released today, which is a pretty huge news. I'm just loading up the division in the background, taking a look, exploring around, as I read off the patch notes to you guys. And the article goes from True Achievements. That's who my sources for a lot of gaming news, other than some other stuff. But I primarily go to True Achievements just because it's a really credible site, you know what I'm saying? So last week we covered the details of new incursions update and additional features making their way to Tom Clancy's The Division. The full list of patch notes, as well as the announcement of Operation Isaac, and this is the first I've actually heard of Operation Isaac. I watched a little trailer thing they had for it. So details are thin of Operation Isaac, but Ubisoft states it will be revealed on April 12th when the first transmission begins. And the new teaser trailer does say the new basic operation missions will begin every Tuesday, and you can take a look for yourself. So what's that saying is every Tuesday we're gonna get a we're gonna get a transmission for something like an assignment or a mission. It said the full list included in the upcoming patch has been broken down into 3 sections: new features, game changes, and bug fixes. We're going to start with new features first. Of course, the main big new feature is Falcon Lost. It's a new incursion available in the Stuyvesant area. You have to be level 30 and completed the General Assembly mission to access this current mission. The encounter is balanced for 4 players with high gear level. Dude, don't shoot at my JTF officer. How you gonna ruin a live comm like this, fella? Oh, I'm digging the cab though. Look at that. Oh, that's a hoodie. The next thing they talk about is gear sets. Gear set equipment can be found by completing the most challenging activities in Manhattan. Collecting and wearing gear sets grant powerful stat bonuses and talents. So that's awesome because I have some stuff that goes together. Let's see. The Spec Ops mask and the backpack. So that right there, do I have any more that goes with it? That granted right there alone will grant me a bonus just for starting this mission. Gear sets of varying gear scores can be found in many playstyles. Find the best that suits your playstyle. So as any player, if you want to be a tank, if you want to be a person that can run and gun, or if you want to be the guy that is popping out electronics for days, the tech geek, there's always a gear style for you. The gear suits they have is Tactician's Authority, enhances electronics and support capabilities. Striker's Battle Gear provides bonuses for assault capabilities. Sentry's Call enhances marksman's capabilities, and Path of the Nomad provides bonuses for lone wanderers. Let's screw it. We'll do this in the dark zone. Let's go ahead and fast travel. I start up here. Actually, do I have any dailies real quick? Hard daily. Yeah, let's do it. Fast travel. I'll try it alone. The biggest new thing besides this in the gear sets is trading. Items dropped by enemies can be shared with other players. Trade them by dropping them as loot from your inventory, so players in your group can pick them up. You can only share items found during the first 2 hours after you've acquired them. Items can only be shared with players who are currently in your group and who were also in your group when the item was originally dropped. Okay, that's a good description of that, because I was wondering how they were actually going to balance and do this. Which now that makes sense. Assignments is the next section. Assignments are odd. Shut up, let me talk!
If Amherst's not the guy, I'll eat my centrifuge. His work has got to be your first
priority. Oh my god, stop the transmission, Fei Lao.
If we don't get this virus figured
Assignments are automatically obtained when you log in and can be tracked from your map via the menu called Mission Overview.
It looks like the place is on fire.
Assignments are available for a limited time, 24 hours. Daily assignments is 7 days for weekly assignments. Okay, so we're getting multiple types of assignments now, which is really cool. So it's going to give another balance in-game, kind of like quests from Destiny. And I really did like the quests and the way you had to go about the quest to get them. I mean, it was just not a 1 or 2 step item or ordeal. You actually had to put a little bit of effort into it to get it. And I really like that.
We need to investigate
I don't want
the
it.
suspect's apartment.
Okay, here's a quest. Let me run 6 blocks and kill this one guy, kind of like a side mission.
Innocent.
I like this game a lot, but I felt like the side missions were lacking a little bit. There was one here and there, like having to kill the person that was a murderer. Yeah.
They better not screw this.
And assignments come in different categories: combat, dark zone. Which finally they're putting more effort into the dark zone. I knew it; they weren't gonna let us down. I'm hoping they put real missions in the dark zone. And crafting. Most times it can be completed while playing alone, but some require enlisting other agents' assistance to complete. See, that sounds a little. But oh, what if you're only a solo player? I have my buddy Meltdown Brown to play with.
They haven't burned the place down yet.
The next thing is Dark Zone supply drops. Dark Zone supply drops are a global event where Strategic Homeland Defense Agency airdrops multiple supply caches to assist division agents. Supply drops will occur multiple times over the course of the day. The supply drops will contain non-contaminated gear of all types and ready to use without the need for extraction. These supply drops are heavily sought out by other agents and enemy factions that roam the Dark Zones to be ready for resistance. Okay, so what that means is it's going to be like daily events, aka Destiny. That's going to be my go-to game for a lot of stuff comparing this game to, 'cause I haven't played a lot of other MMOs. So you're going to get a supply drop. It's going to show up on your screen. And it's going to show up on everyone else's screen. And any nearby AIs that already have their built-in roaming capabilities that control that sector are probably going to be reprogrammed to go to that supply drop every time it goes off. Probably, I'm going to say it's going to be 4 to 6 times a day. So that way there's enough for at least someone to get it. And give us a chance. Which I like that aspect, because not only are you battling... What they're doing is they're giving you more of a purpose to go rogue. Because right now, there's no real purpose to go rogue. I mean, you get an alright amount of XP. Oh my god, you son of a bitch! And the currency, unless you're level 50, which I'm still not level 50 yet. I think I'm 38, 39. Hell, I might not even be that high by now. But
They haven't burned the place down yet. Thank God.
the incentive is... There's no incentive to go... Oh, I'm way back here to go rogue.
To find out what makes them tick, and partially to strangle them slowly while he told me.
The next thing is gear score. I'm just going to stop and read a few of these because there's a lot. Gear score. Every non-vanity gear piece that can be found when your agent is level 30 is a gear score value. The higher an item's gear score, the stronger the item. Just like light level. The overall gear score of your agent can be seen in your main menu next to your player level. So... You can't really see where I'm pointing, but up here it's going to have your gear score, kind of like your light level, next to your rank. Other agents' gear score is going to be displayed next to their health bars. Improving your gear and increasing your overall gear score will grant your agent access to the most dangerous high-end challenges. Okay, so I'm wondering if you have to get your gear level so high to even be able to get certain challenges, or certain blueprints or crafting. This next thing I'm about to read is one thing that bugged me ever since we started playing this. Group spectator camera. The group spectator camera lets the player spectate members in the group while waiting to be revived or the entire group be down. Players can use right bumper, left bumper, R1, L1, Q, or E keys to switch between group members. That's something that we should have had from the beginning. I don't know why we didn't. The next one's probably a big one for a lot of people, just like the mission and the looting. Or the trading. New high-end named weapons. We're getting a Warlord, it's an assault rifle. We're getting Valkyrie, a submachine gun, and Historian, the marksman rifle. I want to make a note that the Historian will not be implemented into the game, and this update will be acquirable in game until update 1.2, which I'm assuming is the next incursion. The game changes adjust Phoenix credit drops, Dark Zone, certain skills, and plenty more. Gameplay. Turret skill can no longer suppress enemy NPCs, as this allowed named NPCs to be defeated too easily. Recalibrating high-end weapons will now cost no more credits instead of Phoenix credits. Okay, that is something that really bugged me. Phoenix credits drops have been increased on level 31 and 32 named enemies. Level 30, 1 to 3. Okay. Level 32, 2 to 4. That seems better. Level 32. Or level 31, 2 to 4. Level 32, 3 to 5. The Dark Zone. The vendor in the State Church will now sell items in the Dark Zone funds instead of Phoenix credits. Rank requirements for superior and high-end quality items in Dark Zone vendors has been adjusted. Superior purple items rank 15 instead of 30. High-end gold level 30, gear score 163, rank 25 instead of 50. High-end gold level 31, gear score 182, rank 40 instead of 50. Added a new Dark Zone bracket for characters with gear score 160. Okay, they're really stepping up the Dark Zone with this. So instead of having to grind out the Dark Zone and get to level 99, which some of the people did, so they're going to be really lucky, so when this day comes out, they're still going to be nowhere. Stop grinding the game, people! This is really good. This is good for me, as my level cap right now is nowhere near 50. I'm really close to 40. So when this comes out, all I got to do is worry about my gear score, and I can actually buy shit again. Crafting costs for converting crafting material and crafting high-end items. 10 standard green materials instead of 5 to craft 1. 15 specialized blue materials instead of 5 to craft 1 high-end gold material. 10 high-end gold materials instead of 8 to craft 1 level 31 high-end gold. Change deconstruction yield. Deconstructing a green yields 1 standard instead of 2. Deconstructing a high-end gold yields 1 instead of 2. Added new level 31 and 32 high-end item blueprints to vendors. Remove division tech requirements from some level 31 high-end blueprints. User interface. Added gamepad, D-zone calibration and settings menu, all platforms. I don't really know what that means. I'll look it up, and if I can figure it out before I set this video live, then I'll put it in with a caption right now. Lastly, it's a huge list of bug fixes. I'm just going to read them back to back to back, and then we're going to talk a little bit more. Fix the bug that could prevent characters from accessing the game if they had too many items in the inventory. Fix the bug where sometimes the weapon talents when activated the player had the exact stat requirements. Fix the bug where player could exit the Dark Zone on East 43rd Street. Reloading stripper clips is now correctly interrupted by firing the weapon marksman rifles and shotguns. Fix an issue where buying a weapon with pre-attached scope using the buy and equip feature sometimes causes the scope to unequip. Fix an exploit where players could shoot through corners of cover. Fix the number of locations where NPCs could shoot through walls. Fixed an exploit where players could ignore the fire rate of certain weapons. Fix some locations where players could get stuck in Queen Tunnel Camp mission. Okay, so that if you guys know the Queen Tunnel Camp mission strats, better grind it out fast. You got 7 days. Fix various prop collisions so that players can no longer become stuck. Fix the bug where final cutscenes would unlock before the final missions were completed. Fix the bug where the water supply side mission would not activate. Fix an issue where the morphine supply side missions would not complete. Fixed players no longer receive too much XP for completing morphine supply side mission. The buff from smart cover no longer stacks if multiple teammates are using it on the same piece of cover. Okay, I'm glad they kind of clarified on that, because I wasn't ever really sure. I mean, sure, you could randomly get into a party with 3 other guys and they want you to run smart cover and 1 other guy runs smart cover. Of course, we can battle it out and say, yes, it's stacked. But now we know that it did stack and it's not going to in a few days. Fix some bugs where deployable skills would not activate under certain circumstances. Fix the bug where voice chat volume indicators would overlap in the group UI frame. Fix the bug where receiving a group invite via matchmaking would sometimes not show up on the screen. Fix the bug where the dead teammate icon would turn into a blue dot instead of a red cross if the player was too far away from each other. Fixed an issue where a player would be unable to inspect the appearance of his or her character while changing outfits. Fix some UI elements for mission overview frame and adjusted some of the misaligned icons. Corrected the colors for the appearance items in the mission rewards list. NPCs will no longer ignore the player while they are attempting to interact with props, arming or disarming bombs. Fix the bug where NPC will sometimes not leave its spawn area during the morphine supply side mission. Fix the bug where NPCs will sometimes not respawn at one of the landmarks in the Dark Zone. Several clipping issues have been fixed with various appearance items. Some tooltips have been updated with more clear information, and many, many more. Okay, so it looks like they're really listening on feedback for this. My 3 biggest things with this bug fix, and then I'm going to end it here in a second, is I hope they fixed when you throw this down and I'm down, sometimes it doesn't pick me up, or when I'm going down and Meltdown throws it down, sometimes it doesn't let me be revived. even though my thing is full, you still have to actually be revived by hand. So it really defeats the purpose, and I couldn't tell you how many times we have failed at mission on challenge because of that bullshit. And last but not least, it really affects the gameplay on a lot of guns when I don't hear the sound of what I'm shooting. I couldn't tell you how many guns I have used on this game that have caused me to do that. I don't know what the bug is or what causes it, but it is really highly fucking annoying. And I really hope that's the last bug they squash. Alright guys, that was some of my thoughts and and that's everything that they had listed for this game. If you guys want to stay tuned for more information for everything Division, don't forget to subscribe for more daily videos. As always, I'm Raw Dog, and I will see you guys in the Dark Zone. Later, boys.